knows everything.
From Disney.
Hold on! Whoa!
Raya and the Last Dragon is one of the best reviewed movies of the year. It's a vibrant action fantasy epic. And remarkably original.
All right!
Raya is an instant Disney classic.
Yes.
Let's do this, team.
Raya and the Last Dragon. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. In theaters or order it on Disney Plus with Premier Access. Additional fee required. Tomorrow. Raya is
Do you
an
like
instant
free
Disney
stuff?
classic.
Do you like a clean inside, clean
Raya and the
outside
Last
car?
Dragon. Rated
Prime
PG.
Car
Parental
Wash has the
guidance
hookup on
suggested.
both.
In theaters or order
Download
it
the
on
Prime
Disney
Car
Plus with
Wash app
Premier
today
Access.
and get an
Additional fee
instant
required.
free Elite Wash. Elite is our full-service inside-out wash worth $39. Experience it for free with Prime app download. Then earn rewards with each visit and receive free washes, detailed services, and more. Elite is our full-service inside-out wash worth $39.
Love isn't canceled, and at Reese Nichols, we want to do something to prove it. Hi, I'm BJ Nichols, and backed by popular demand, it's our annual wedding band event from March 4th through the 13th. Wedding and anniversary bands are buy one, get one 50% off. You're hearing right. For 10 days, wedding and anniversary bands are buy one, get one 50% off. Shop in-store or online. Curbside pickups and virtual or in-store appointments. Click here to make your appointment today, March 4th through the 13th. Keystone at the Crossing in Greenwood and at reesenichols.com. Shop in-store or online. Curbside pickups and virtual or in-store appointments. Click here to make your appointment today, March 4th through the 13th. Keystone at the Crossing in Greenwood and at reesenichols.com. Shop in-store or online. Curbside pickups and virtual or in-store appointments. Click here to make your appointment today, March 4th through the 13th. Keystone at the Crossing in Greenwood and at reesenichols.com.
Hello, Cothern Cards community, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Tonight we are cracking packs. For anybody who's interested, just visit cotherncards.com and fill out the form on the page. If you have any questions about how it works, check out the video that's at the top of the page, or just shoot me a message in chat. We're on both Twitch and YouTube tonight, so I will be monitoring both chats. Hello, Emily. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you here. Try to rearrange these chat boxes real quick so I can make sure I can see everybody. Just getting started tonight, putting a couple finishing touches on the stream, so it'll take just a second. Hope everybody's having a good night. What have you guys been up to this week? Has it been a good week? Let me know in chat. We have the usual stuff available for sale tonight. We have Kaldheim set boosters and collector boosters, jumpstart packs, as well as Zendikar Rising, Ikoria Lair of Behemoths, Theros Beyond Death, Throne of Eldraine, and Core 2021 draft booster. Shipping is $1 for up to 6 cards in a plain white envelope at your risk, no tracking. If you want tracking, the first option we have is $5 for hits only. That is rares, mythics, foils, and anything over $1. If you want all the cards, including commons and uncommons, shipped to you, that's $9. Just because it adds a lot of weight if you're getting a lot of packs. If you're getting a couple packs, we can explore other options, but the plain white envelope method is normal. I'm doing good. It's been a busy day, busy week for me, but excited to be streaming tonight. So glad you are here to hang out. Yeah, just getting settled in here. We have the product behind us. We have Zendikar Rising, Core 2021, Theros Beyond Death, and Kaldheim Set collector boosters, and then the Jumpstart, Throneveld Drain, Ikoria over on that side. Trying to come up with a slightly better setup here. Try to get more screens where I can see them. Still seeing if you can buy a pack tonight. Yeah, no pressure at all, Emily. If it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. Not a big deal. But if you want to do it, I am here. And if not, I'll be here Monday and I'll be here Thursday, so on and so on. So tonight I think we're gonna get started doing some sorting. Opened some Kaldheim, Theros, Throneveld Drain, and Ikoria packs recently on the channel, so we are going there. What? Start with Kaldheim. Actually, something fun I like to do. I've won some giveaways lately. Let me grab what I've won. I can shoot that. Nova Surfer 83 over on Twitch had a giveaway. Gave away some cool tattoo sleeves along with Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. This is great with Kaldheim, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Haven't got a chance yet, but I won those as well as 2 packs of Kaldheim. What I won from him was Dogged Pursuit. Get these zoomed in so we can look at them a little better. 1 second. So, from his pack, we won Dogged Pursuit, Craven Hulk, Doomscar Oracle, Open the Omen Pass, Raven Wings, Mammoth Growth, Koma's Faithful, Run Ashore, Demon Bolt, oops, took 2 cards there, Mists of Litjara, Agar the Freezing Flame, Rootless You, Gemfar Elderhall, and the rare is King Narfy's Betrayal. Also won the Snow-Covered Island, Treasure Token, Arfel Kennelmaster, Notvold Recluse, Skull Raid, Bounding Gold, Masked Vandal, the Scary Firewalker, Spoke the Divine, Funeral Longboat, Island Forest, Disdainful Stroke, Great Hall of Starnheim, Beg of the Watcher, Rune of Flight, Dream Devourer Rare, Immerstrom Raider Foil, and an Angel Warrior token. Nova Surfer 83 on Twitch was giving these away, and that was on Wizard 138's Magic the Gathering Arena stream. So if you haven't had a chance, be sure to check them out on Twitch. They're fun streamers for sure. Also won a couple other things. Franco's Corner is a Facebook group run by a guy named Brian. He had a contest to name a game within his group, and I came up with a name, so I won this Rawl. Is it Rawl or Rye? It's Rawl. Rawl Caller of Storms, a foil mythic from, I believe this is War of the Spark. This was before when I started playing, so not 100% sure on that. But foil mythic is always a great win, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Brian. That's Krenko's Corner Magic group on Facebook. And then Dystopian World Games. on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel run by Levi Red, and I believe his wife does some work on it too. I want to give away. He said, "Hey there, Cothern. Congrats on the win. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. It was very nice of them." I won a foil mythic showcase Realm Cloak Giant, Makindi Ox, Sergihi Shelter, which is Sergihi Glacier on the back, Journey to Oblivion, then a foil plane signed by Dystopian World Games. If you haven't had a chance, check them out over on YouTube as well. Hey Chaos, good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by over on Twitch. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, Emily, it is really cool. I love that all these creators do giveaways and stuff. I haven't gotten too into it yet myself, not because I don't want to give back, but I don't want to attract a bunch of people that just show up to the channel for giveaways. I have a feeling that would hurt my long-term growth with the YouTube algorithm, but I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out. So there might be giveaways in the future, or I might do them in the Facebook group instead of on the YouTube channel. If you guys haven't had a chance yet to join the Facebook group, if you head over to cothencards.com in the top right hand corner, or if you're on mobile, the little hamburger menu button, there's a link called Facebook group. You can join that, and it's not very active yet, but as it grows I'll be posting more stuff there. But Chaos says his phone is a little laggy. That's understandable. That happens. Are you playing Commander tonight again, Chaos? And the last thing I won, Nova has an inside joke about Nova Bomb. So I believe his wife made this, knitted or whatever this is, Nova Bomb. So that's pretty cool. And throw that at the screen whenever he's doing something I don't like on stream. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, let's get into the sorting for tonight. See if I can figure out where all time stops. Like right there. Things getting back to normal for you, Chaos? I heard things were a little crazy. Hopefully things are doing better. So what we're going to do here before we get started is we're going to sort these into piles by color and then alphabetically so I can start checking them off my checklist. So let's zoom out here real quick. Sorry, this is not quite so fun part, but it is an important part of the process, so I appreciate you bearing with me. Whoops. Like we have an ad there. And speaking of ad, that's a token card, not an ad card. If it was an ad card, it would definitely go straight in the trash pile. These were set boosters, so you'll see a lot of the colors stick together. Mini game card, card. Do I have a favorite Magic card? I think it's hard to have a favorite. There are a lot of fun ones for sure. Right now, for fun, I enjoy playing life gain decks in Standard with Righteous Valkyrie. It doesn't always do super well, but when it does, it is a lot of fun. It can get overwhelming quickly for opponents. And then there's the nostalgic cards from back when I used to play during Invasion Block. Those are lots of fun as well. At one point I had a alternate art Airtie the Corrupted from Plane Shift, and that's before alternate art was even really a thing. Honestly, I didn't even know it existed until it came out of the pack, and that was pretty sweet. Not super playable at the time, but it was neat nonetheless. What about you guys? Do you have a favorite Magic card? Would love to hear what your favorite Magic card is. Or maybe even favorite Magic set. That can be fun as well. Get the music going again. Okay, so we have this partially done. Now we have to alphabetize stuff. So that'll be just another second. Accidentally put a land in the white pile. Pretty bad when they look so similar that you can't tell anymore. got all the white taken care of. And I assume somebody would have said something if the sound levels were off, so hopefully all the music and everything is a decent sound level. If it's not at any time in the future, if you just let me know, that would be great, and that way I can go ahead and get it taken care of. Going through these cards real quick, just getting them in order so we can start checking them off the list. I do sleeve the rares and the foils where when I pull them. Try to get the try to protect the more valuable ones and keep the foils from curling quite as much. They still do, but it could be much worse. When you open a lot of these set boosters, you tend to get a bunch of cards that clump together. Like, we have a lot of red cards out of these packs. That's just the way it works. Not sure. I enjoy the set boosters, especially because you can get multiple rares. I'm not sure what I think about the whole connected commons and uncommons thing, because the first time I opened these was, or the first time anybody opened them really, was Zendikar Rising. And in Zendikar Rising, sometimes the themes were really hard to tell. And now they seem to have the themes just be, oh, everything's the same color, which makes it a lot easier to tell. Or they're super obvious, like you get a bunch of clerics or a bunch of warriors or a bunch of cards with boost, which is neat. But at the same time, like, I opened my first 10 packs and the only white cards I got were rares or foils. I didn't get any like commons or uncommons because they didn't fit the theme. So you're a white player and that's what you're looking for, and you get nothing out of a big group of packs. That can be frustrating, I'm sure. But if you hit a big mythic, or a big mythic and a rare, or multiple rares, maybe it's worth it. Personally, I'm collecting for sets with paper cards, so it doesn't really bother me either way. Okay, Emily said, so I was reading through the buy pack form, and is the friends and family PayPal different than the regular PayPal? So you just sign up for a PayPal account. When you go to send a payment to cotherncards@gmail.com, you'll have options on how you can pay. If you pay with your bank account or a debit card, I don't think there's any fees on your end, and there are two options. You can pick goods and services or friends and family, I think is how it works. Let me go through it on my side real quick, and I will double check to see what the exact word. And the only difference is, like, basically you can't file like a claim against somebody if you do friends and family, but the difference on my end is there aren't any fees. So when I go to pay, I just go and I put money in, and then on the next screen it says, at the top it says sending to a friend. You can change it to paying for an item or service. If you do that, I get charged fees, but you're eligible for purchase protection. Basically, the fees I have to pay, I think, is 30 cents per order plus 3%, so it can really add up. That's why I ask people to pay friends and family. If you're more comfortable paying goods and services, that's fine. I just ask that you cover the fee. So it would be 30 cents plus 3% of whatever you order. So if you have any questions when you're going through it, just let me know, and I will take a look on my end and walk you through the process. But basically, it just makes it so that I don't get charged fees for that. So definitely appreciate it if people can do it that way. Also, when you pay with friends and family, if you pay with a credit card, I believe you have to pay the fee on your end. Whereas if you pay with like a bank account or a debit card, there is not a fee, or it's not as high depending on how you pay. I'm not sure because I normally just pay straight from my bank account. Almost done sorting these cards here. We're getting toward the end of that, so we can start checking them off the list. No problem, Emily. If you have any questions when you're going through the process, whenever you're ready, today or another day, just let me know and I will hop on my account, see if I can figure it out for you. So this is weird. Black is before white in the cards in the back. So it's interesting. Then we have our tokens. Those are minigame cards. We have Fortel, 5R Warrior, and then our art cards, which looks like I did not sleeve up all my art cards. Take care of that real quick. Anybody who's on YouTube, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that helps me a lot. It sends signals to the YouTube algorithm that you're liking what you're seeing. Helps get it exposed to more people. Emily, I know you're already subscribed. Thank you very much for that. But if anybody else is watching, hitting that subscribe button, make sure you get the Cothern Cards videos, your notifications and whatnot, especially if you click that little bell button. If you're hanging out on Twitch, definitely would appreciate a follow. This lets Twitch know that you enjoy my content and you'll be notified when I go live. Mondays and Thursdays starting between 8 and 8:30 Eastern time, depending on when I can get my son down for bed. So, okay, let's start going through these here. Get the zoom in so we can look at the cards a little bit better as well. Hey look, no glare today, that's great. Get my Kaldheim set list up so I can mark off on that. Grab a pen and we can start it. So Emily, how long have you been playing Magic for? And have you bought any sets recently or opened up any good cards? Would love to hear what's going on in your part of the world. After we're done figuring out which ones of these I already have, we'll be sleeving up the new ones and we can go through them since we have not gone through them on stream yet. All the duplicates we've seen before on stream, so no point in going through those again. Unless there's one you particularly want to see, let me know. I will stop and go back. Been playing for about 1 to 2 years. That sounds fun. Do you play your local game store? Do you play Arena Online? What do you enjoy doing?
It's me, your favorite hoodie.
Whoop.
We need to talk.
Got a quick ad we have to meet real quick. Looks like Spotify wants to make some money. Can't blame them. Got a foil Pilfering Hawk. That's new for the collection. Mostly enjoy playing at your local game store. Yeah, that's a great place to play. Have they been allowing play with everything going on with coronavirus, or have they taken a break? I know my LGS is finally starting to get back into some play. It's not sanctioned gameplay, but they are doing some unsanctioned gameplay. Getting a lot of new cards in black, so that's always good. Hey Chaos, good to see you back. Hopefully it's not quite as laggy this time. Going through the all-time cards I have sorted and figuring out which ones are new to my collection. One of my best purchases is a mystery booster box because I had actually opened a Mana Crypt and I bought it early, so it's at a low price. That is awesome. I know mystery boxes have gone up in price quite a bit. So glad you're able to get that early and pull Mana Crypt. That is sweet. Mystery boxes were before I started playing the most recent time, so I didn't get to open this up myself. I was lucky I got my hands on some Jumpstart, so I know Chaos loves Jumpstart, and it's actually been one of the better selling products here on stream. I know Paz bought a few packs last week, so he actually gifted Chaos a pack, and Chaos ended up getting that sweet Craterhoof Behemoth. Still got his cards on hold over here for him whenever he's ready for me to ship those, along with a couple of his friends packs as well. Chaos says it's a love-hate relationship. Yeah, any Magic pack is a love-hate relationship when you really think about it, because while there are plenty of great cards, there's also lots of bulk rares, which no one likes opening, but unfortunately it's just part of the game. That's what makes opening packs fun, is the hunt. And sometimes you have to hunt for quite a while to get what you want, unless you decide to buy singles, which is a great way to buy cards affordably. Emily also managed to get some Jumpstart some months ago. First Jumpstart I found was at my local Target, like $4 a pack, so I picked up some of that. I think I ended up buying almost 2 boxes worth from that Target. And then I found somebody who was selling some boxes, and I was able to pick up a couple from them. I know Chaos already went through one box with me, and then starting to go through a second box for him. And then I have one box for myself that I'm still going to be opening up eventually on my channel, so that should be fun when I get there. Personally, I got some more Core 2021 and Ikoria. Trying to grab those before they eventually go out of print and the price goes up, because those are a couple of the first sets that I've decided to start collecting, and I wanted to make sure that definitely still need a lot. Are you sending your Craterhoof to pause, Chaos? Oh, your Allosaurus Shepherd. Nice. Is that a trade, or did you just straight out sell it? Because that is not a cheap card. He needs another now. Well, but I still have packs to open if you're interested. I know you got a lot going on. Hopefully those packs will stick around for a while. Did I say something? YouTube was glitching a lot. You got an elf pack, which was really exciting. Did you pull the Allosaurus Shepherd, or did you pull the Craterhoof Behemoth? About to start sleeving these up and going through them. Appreciate your patience, everybody. Let's go through these art cards first. You got the Shepherd. Congratulations. That is a sweet one for sure. So this one, I think I've got that upside down. If I had to guess, and it's a complete guess, I would say Orvar the All-Four, maybe? Let's see if I'm right. It is Orvar the All-Form. Lucky guess there. Those showcase arts, they're hard to guess sometimes. This is obviously the World Tree right here. Sweet card. Love that. Beautiful art. Then we have Finn the Fangbearer. Another fun card. Asika. It's the God of the Tree. Yep. And then on the back side of her is Prismatic Bridge. Yeah, I was pretty lucky with Jumpstart myself, Emily. I got an Allosaur Shepherd. I got a couple Bruvax. I did well, so I can't complain. This is Torolf, God of Fury. He God of Fury? Yeah, he is. And then we have Alvar. I believe he's God of Battle. Yes. So, those are the art cards I got out of those 6 packs. Start going through new singles. Sorry guys, eyes bothering me a little bit. Okay, so let's get started. Now that we've got the sorting out of the way, we can do the sleeving and talking about the cards. I started playing some more standard. I have a white deck now that I play on Arena. If anybody's ever interested in playing in Arena, just let me know. You can leave a comment on a video with your friend code, and I'd be happy to add you. Play a few games there. Got a few Shieldred, or however you say it. That's good as well. I got the Phyrexian pack. I think that's the one you're talking about with that sweet Phyrexian swamp. I know not auto-focusing. Let me see if I get it to autofocus. There we go. Hold on one second. Let me mess with the setting on my phone. Gotta stand up. See it. It's on the mount. Guys. That takes care of it. If not, mess with it again here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's much better. I was wondering why it looked out of focus. So here's Clarion Spirit. The 1/1 or a 2/2 for 1 and a white. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. That is a lot of fun in draft if you can double spell a lot. That is for sure. Next up, we have the God's Hall Guardian. It's 5 and a white for a 3/6 with Vigilance, or you can foretell it for 3 and a white. It's a good blocker, but it doesn't make my deck most of the time. Let's see. So next we have Pilfering Hawk. If you're playing Snow, this can be a great way to filter through your deck late game. Get rid of those extra lands that you get when you're mana flooding. It's a 1/2 flyer for 1 and a blue. Pay a snowman and tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. This one is obviously in foil because it is got the foil glare on it. Next up is Crippling Fear. This is fun when you're playing a deck with a specific creature type. I got lucky enough to draft this when I was playing a sick elf deck in Limited. Played it and all the non-elves went away. Well, everything that had 3 toughness or less, so that was a lot of fun. It's 2 and 2 black. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of the chosen type get -3/-3 until end of turn. This is great because it also gets around indestructible, so it can kill that annoying Icehide Troll. Next up, we have Draugr Necromancer. This can be an interesting card to play, both in Limited and Standard. For 3 and a black, you get a 4/4 zombie cleric, snow creature. A non-token creature an opponent controls would die. Exile that card with an ice counter on it instead. You may cast spells from among cards in your exile, or in exile. Among cards in exile, your opponent's ice counters on them. You spend mana from snow sources as though it were mana of any. Cast those spells. So having snow is key to being able to play off-color cards that you kill. Next up, we have Draugr's Helm. Need to get this one. Leave. you guys have anything you want to talk about, just let me know. Happy to chat anything that's going on in the Magic world. Grogger's Helm for 1 and a black is an equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has menace, or if when it comes into play for the first time enters the battlefield, pay 2 and a black. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie berserker creature token and attach Grogger's Helm to it. So for 3 and 2 black, you get a 4/4 menace. Then you can move the equipment for 4. So that's pretty sweet. Hailstorm Valkyrie. For 3 and a black, you get a 2/2 with flying and trample. Pay 2 snow. Hailstorm Valkyrie gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Be pretty difficult in draft because you do have to draft your snow. So that does not always happen. Next up is Bergie, God of Storytelling. For 2 and a red, you get a 3/3 whenever you cast a spell. Add 1 red mana. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps end and phases end. Creatures you control can boast twice during turns rather than. That can be a lot of fun. But my favorite part about Bergie is actually the back side of the card. You have Harfell, Horn of Bounty, and Limited. This is amazing. You discard a card and you may exile the top 2 cards of your library and play them until the end of the turn. So if you get a land late game and you're flooded, discard it, get 2 new cards. So that can be a lot of fun. Emily asks, is there any format that I prefer over others? Right now I've been playing Arena because that is how I'm able to play. I don't have a play group. I moved here about a year ago, right when coronavirus started. So I haven't been able to get established that way. I played on Spell Table once, would love to play on Spell Table some more. I just haven't had much time to do that lately. I mainly play Standard on Arena just because I don't have the cards to play Historic. And then whenever I have gems or gold available, I definitely enjoy drafting. It's a more fun way than just buying the packs to get the cards. That's mainly what I play right now. As my collection grows and stuff rotates, so I would imagine that could change. Right here we have Craven Hulk. It's a 4/4 for 3 and a red. The downside is it can't block alone. So if your opponent has some combat tricks or some removal, you get into trouble with that for sure. Another fun card here, Doomscar Titan. You can play this. It's a 4/4 for 4 and 2 red. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste. So this guy gets haste, which is pretty sweet. Or you can play it for its Fortel cost of 4 and a red. This card has won me games because people don't see it coming, and then you just throw it down. You have an extra 5 to get through, and everybody else gets +1/+0. So that's a pretty fun limited card. I don't think it would be too great in Standard, but I just haven't had enough Standard play to see if it comes in or not. Next up, we have Seize the Spoils for 2 and a red. You have to also discard a card to play this. You draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. This doesn't really see a ton of play in Limited, and if it doesn't even see play in Limited, chances are it's probably not going to see much play in Standard or any other format either. Shackles with Treachery, another one of those cards that doesn't see a ton of play. For 2 and a red, you gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature until end of turn. It gains haste, and whenever this creature deals damage, destroy target equipment attached to it. I've seen this played a little bit, and it always stinks when they take your creature, kill the equipment, and then sacrifice it to like village rites. So that can be not so fun. Emily and Chaos, what formats do you both enjoy playing? Emily has to go for a bit, but we'll be back. Okay, Emily, hope you're having a good night. Hope to see you later. Elderleaf Mentor's up next. For 3 and a green, you get a 3/2 Elf Warrior. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green Elf Warrior creature token. So it's a 2 for 1. Not the strongest, but if you're playing an Elf deck, this can be a lot of fun and be very helpful at the same time. Snakeskin Veil. This one doesn't see a lot of play, but it has a lot of potential. For a single green, you get to put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. More important part is it's the instant, so it also grants the creature hexproof until end of turn. So if somebody tries to blow up your creature with a damage spell or a removal spell, you put this on the stack and that spell fizzles. So people aren't always expecting it, and it can lead to some pretty fun reaction. Next up, we have Ardor Doomscourge. This is one that's been a little interesting, but it's definitely helped me out in the past. When it's 2, a black and a red for a 4/3. Whenever it enters the battlefield until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. So I could see this being much more useful in Commander than in Standard, but even in Standard or Limited, it can be great because whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So this is any attacking creature. It can be your attacking creatures or their attacking creatures, and it's more than just that first turn. So that can be a lot of fun. Next up, we have Carter's Vicious Return for 2, a black and a red. This is a saga. The first part of the saga, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, it deals 3 damage to any target. Then in step 2, each player discards a card, so you need to be thinking ahead of either having no cards in your hand or have a card you want to get rid of. Then the third part is return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield and put a 1/1 counter on it. It gains haste until your next turn. So that is very sweet. It's until your next turn, so if it has like tap abilities, it still has haste on your opponent's turn as well. King Narfy's Betrayal is up next for 1, a blue and a black. First step, each player mills 4 cards. Then you may exile a creature or planeswalker card from each graveyard. Steps 2 and 3, until end of turn, you may cast spells from those exiled with King Narfy's Betrayal. We spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. So, you hope that it mills a creature or a planeswalker that you want, or they're already in your opponent's graveyard. This card has no text, it's just beautiful. The full art pathway. We have Darkboard pathway on this side. I love these full arts. I'm glad I got one. I want many more. Then Slitherboard pathway on the other side. So pretty sweet card right there. Overall, I think I like the art of the Zendikar pathways better. I know they're coming out with that Ultimate Secret Lair coming up that is supposed to be basically trading realms. So the pathways printed in Zendikar will get Kaldheim treatments, and the pathways printed in Kaldheim will get Zendikar treatments. I just hope that the set is affordable and not in foil, because honestly I've not been too impressed with the foils since I've come back to Magic. Next up is Cleaving Reaper. This is a theme booster card, so you can get this in theme boosters, set boosters, and collector boosters, but it is not in draft boosters. For 3 and 2 black, you get a 5/3 with flying and trample. Pay 3 life to return it from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you've had an Angel or Berserker enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Then we have a couple more theme booster cards. First one is Starnheim Aspirant. It's 2 and a white. For 2 and a white, you get a 2/2 human cleric that makes your angel spells cheaper. Angel spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. This is one of the fun ones everybody's been talking about. It's a cheap angel. You don't see too many of these. For 1 and a white, you get a 1/3 angel. Whenever it's flying, as flying because it's an angel. Whenever another angel enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Youthful Valkyrie, so it grows as you cast more angels, which can be quite a bit of fun. Next up, we have our Tyvar Kel Emblem. So his ultimate ability is whenever you cast an elf spell, it gains haste until end of turn, and you draw 2 cards. That could be a great way to get some card advantage, but in draft, that can also be a great way to deck yourself, so you better have a way to win quickly. And finally, we have our Fortel Emblem. Not sure exactly what you're supposed to do with this, because when you cover it up, you can't see it, but it says after you foretell a card, you can place the exiled card here, and you may cast it on a later turn for its foretell cost. Well, if you cover this up, how are you going to be able to read that? I just don't get it. It is what it is, though. That's how Magic works, so not going to complain too much. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. Going to get into our next set here in just one. Gonna check a couple things on my end and then get started on the next set. Okay, everybody, next up. Looks like we have a little bit of Throne of Eldraine. 2 packs worth to sort, so let's go ahead and get that out of. If anybody's interested in purchasing packs, whoops, sorry, 1 second. If anybody's interested in purchasing packs, information is up above. You can visit CothernCards.com. There's a form on the site. Just go ahead and fill that out. Then we'll get you what you need. If you have any questions, let me know in chat or send me email at cotherncards@gmail.com. Just gonna sort through these real quick and then we will get going. Hope everybody is having a good week and a good evening. Looks like Time Spiral Remastered is mostly spoiled by now. I know that's coming out in the near future. I've heard it's pretty expensive as far as draft boxes go. So if you're interested in picking some up, I've also heard it is under allocated, so it might be hard to get a hold of. Amazon is selling boxes for $200, or you can buy 3 packs for $15, which if you buy a whole box through Amazon, 3 packs, that's only $180. So you might really want the sealed booster box if you're going that way, because you can get them cheaper, the same number of packs cheaper at least, by just buying the 3 packs. So I thought that was interesting. Going through and sorting these real quick, and we'll see what we need to add to our set. Let's leave them up and about the new ones. When you only have 2 packs, it is much easier work than if you have 6. So appreciate you guys sticking with me on that Cal time. That was a little longer, but something to do while we're waiting for any pack orders to come in. Throne of Eldraine has been a fun set to open. I love the theme. It is rotating out at the end of this year, so that kind of stinks. But time to get some fresh perspective in the set. So okay, let me get the Throne of Eldraine checklist, and we can get started. Okay, I already have a bartered cow and a fairy godmother. Righteousness is a new card for me. Faye of Wishes, also a new card. Merfolk Secret Keeper. Mistford River Turtle. Moonlit Scavengers. Queen of Ice. We have the Festive Funeral. Lost Legion. Wicked Guardian. Brimstone Trebuchet. Crystal Slipper. Embereth Paladin, or Embereth Shieldbreaker actually, with the adventure of Battle Display. Scorching Dragonfire, Weaselback Redcap, Val the Pheasant, new card for me. Garenbrig Paladin, Huon Vale, Tree Folk with the adventure Oaken Boon, Inspiring Veteran, a new card for me as well. Shine Chaser. Some of these cards look familiar. They're from the pack I opened up today on the YouTube channel. For anybody watching over on Twitch, I do have a YouTube channel, Cothern Cards. Make sure to search for it and check it out. It is a lot of fun. Whoops, got some stuff out of order here. Definitely appreciate anybody subscribing that hasn't yet. We're up to 107 subscribers, so thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Just broke 100 after Monday's stream, so that is super exciting for me, at least. 100 is the 3-digit mark. The next huge milestone is the 1,000 milestone. I think it'll be a little bit longer before we get there, but if things speed up, I would not complain at all. Okay, now we're where we should be. Plains 250, that's a new one for me. Forest 268, already have that one. Did not have this one right here. Book of Thieves' Crowns, number 271. Even though it's banned in a million formats, it's still worth money, so I'm not gonna complain. Gonna keep that one until I get a non-showcase version. Already have the boar token, and I have this food token as well. So, have our doubles out of the way. Let's start sleeving up the new additions to the collection. Only had 2 packs here, so this is actually a surprising number of new cards. Not complaining, just a little bit surprised. I've not played Throne of Eldraine Unlimited, so let's just see what I think of these cards without ever playing them before. Righteousness. For a single white, target blocking creature gets +7/+7, so it stinks that it's not an attacking creature, but it essentially could be removal, so I don't know. That's seems pretty specific, but I think it has potential to be good. Faye of Wishes, for 1 in a blue, you get a 1/4 flyer. With 1 in a blue, discard 2 cards, return Faye of Wishes to its owner's hand. So that's pretty expensive. I'm feeling the reason why is the sorcery. Let's see what that does. Granted, for 3 in a blue, the sorcery adventures, you may choose a non-creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So, in limited, outside of the game is your sideboard. Chances are the stuff on your sideboard is not very good. So, 1/4 flyer for 1 in a blue. If you have some ways to beef it up, maybe some equipment, or you need a flying blocker, it could be okay. Unless I'm missing something, I'm probably not picking that first in a pack. Embereth Shieldbreaker, a 2/1 for 1 in a red. For a red, the battle display is the sorcery adventure, destroy target artifact. If there are some good artifacts in this set, that could be useful. 2/1 for 1 in a red's not awful, considering it has that other ability as well. But you're probably not going to know if you need it until later on, so not sure how that works. Hello, Swadurf. Thank you for joining the stream tonight over on YouTube. How are you doing tonight? We're just sorting through cards that I've opened up recently. If you're interested in purchasing any packs, you can visit cotherncards.com. There's a form on that page. We're selling everything that's listed up above. Shipping is to the US only right now while I figure out logistics for international. Haven't had any requests yet. Doing well. Glad you're here tonight. Glad you're doing well. It's been a busy week, but definitely enjoy spending some time streaming with all of my Magic friends. So thanks for stopping by. If you get a chance, appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed already, subscription would be much appreciated. As I was saying before, if you're interested in purchasing packs, shipping and handling is to the US only. For $1, I can ship 6 cards in a plain white envelope at your risk. That does not include any sort of tracking. Shipping for the hits only is $5 for however many packs you buy. That includes rares, mythics, foils, and anything worth over $1. Or if you want all cards, uncommons, commons, lands, tokens, ad cards, everything, $9 for everything. Hits only and all cards both are tracked shipping, so that is a benefit to that. Payments are accepted by PayPal, friends and family. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. How long have you been playing Magic, and what are you up to this week? Glad to have you by. Right now I'm sorting through some Throne of Eldraine, figuring out what I need to add to my binder collection. I'm trying to collect one of every card in this set, so I've already gone through and removed the duplicates. These are the cards that I don't have yet, so I'm just going through those. So this one is Fell the Pheasant for 1 and a green. It's instant. Deals 5 damage to target creature with flying and create a food token. So it's kind of like Broken Wings, but worse. You get a food token, which is good, but I don't know. I don't think that's great. I might be missing something. But like I said, I haven't played with any of these cards in Limited, so not 100% sure. 2 Unveil Treefolk, 5 and a green for 6/5. That's decent, assuming a 6/5 is considered big in the set, which I think it is. And then the Sorcery Adventure is 3 and a green. Oaken Boon, put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. I would say this is probably decent. Not like a top pick in the pack, but it's not an awful pick either, I don't think. Then we have Inspiring Veteran. This is a red and a white. In Swadurf, hopefully I'm saying that right. We stream on Mondays and Thursdays, both here and on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cothern Cards. So if you're interested in coming back and hanging out with us again, Mondays and Thursdays starting between 8 and 8:30 Eastern Time, depending on when I can get my son to go to sleep. Inspiring Veterans are red and a white for 2/2. Other knights you control get +1/+1. So that's kind of like the Warrior card in Zendikar Rising, but a little cheaper and a little smaller. Sorry about that ad real quick. Try to join more often. No pressure. Just if you're looking for something to do, we are here, and those are the times we are here. So hope you enjoy these streams. If anything ever seems out of the ordinary, sound levels are off, please let me know, and I'll get that taken care of as soon as possible. Definitely appreciate you stopping by. If there's anything Magic related you want to talk about, spoilers, upcoming sets, anything, just let me know. I'm happy to chat about whatever is on your mind. This card is Shine Chaser, so 1/1 for 1, a white and a blue, so that's expensive. Let's see why it is that way. It's Flying Vigilance, so that's not bad. It gets +1/+1 as long as you control an artifact, and +1/+1 as long as you control an enchantment. So that can be decent. I think there are a lot of enchantments and artifacts in this set that are playable, so I could see that happening from time to time. Heraldic Banner, this costs 3. Does get some play in Standard, not a lot, but it does get some. As it enters battlefield, choose a color, creatures of the chosen color get +1/+0, and you can add 1 mana of the chosen color. So replaces itself and gives you a little boost to creatures of the color, so that's pretty good. Lucky Clover, I think this was banned if I remember right. For 2, whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. So yeah, that was definitely banned, and I can see why. Probably good and limited as well, but definitely I can see why that was banned. Get that music going again now that our ad is over. Here we have a Plains. Nothing to read here, but let's take a look at that artwork. That's pretty fairy tale like, if you ask me. You got a little path and some banners. I like it. I like the Throne of Eldraine lands. I think that's a good one. If MTG Peddler's around, we'd have to ask his opinion. And then My favorite pull from these two packs by far, Oko, Thief of Crowns, banned in almost everything except Commander and Vintage, I believe, but still a pretty pricey card for one, a green and a blue. Hey Dane, good to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you swinging by. Hope you're doing well tonight. If there's anything Magic you want to talk about, please let me know in chat. Happy to talk about anything on your mind. If you're interested in picking up packs, go to cotherncards.com. That's what we have available for sale. If you have any questions, just let me know. This is Oko, Thief of Crowns, Legendary Planeswalker. It's +2 create a food token. Its -1 is, +1. Wow. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elf creature with base power and toughness of 3/3. So that can be disrupting. Make a smaller one of your guys bigger, or make a bigger one of their guys smaller. Swatter says it was nice meeting you, and I'll try to join the most I can. You were very nice. Have a good afternoon. Thank you, Swatter. Thanks for stopping by on your way out. If you could hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Dane says, I'm new here, just subscribe. Thank you very much, Dane. You are awesome. Thanks for subscribing. I take it you like Magic because you're here at a Magic stream. So tell me a little bit about when you started playing, what you like to play, what sets you like. Would love to learn more about you. So I personally have been playing Magic on and off since Invasion Block. Played Invasion through Onslaught, took a break, played in Ravnica Block, took a break and sold my collection. And then starting really when Zendikar Rising came out, I got back into it during the pandemic just for something to do, and I'm definitely glad I came back. I play a lot on Arena. Dane likes playing Commander. Yep, that's something that didn't exist when I played the first couple times. I got both the Kaldheim Commander decks, the Elven Empire and the other one. The name escapes me, the blue and white one. So I'm excited to learn more about that, but it is. I haven't played a Commander game yet, so game started in 2009 during the Shards block, so shortly after I quit. I missed a lot of good stuff from what I've been told. And then I've also missed some not so good stuff, depending on who you ask. So what I'm doing when nobody's purchasing packs is I'm sorting through card packs I've opened. If you check out my YouTube channel, I mainly do pack opening videos. I do short, like quick 30-second one pack videos. I try to do those twice a day. And then on stream when people aren't purchasing packs, I just sort through those cards and add them to my binder collection. I'm trying to collect one of every card in each set I open through the little slash. So like through this set I go through 274. I cannot keep up with all the alternate arts and showcase and full frame and all that stuff. I mainly play standard and draft on Arena, and I have not had a chance to play much in person yet, partially because I don't have enough good cards for a deck, and then I just have a 3-month-old that came during the pandemic, so trying to limit our exposure there. Are you in the US or another part of the world? Would be interesting to hear how Magic things are going in your corner of the world. Just gonna sort through these real quick while we're chatting and get them in order so I can figure out what I can check off my list. You collect legendary creatures. Well, I'm sure you enjoyed Commander Legends. That is a fun set for legendary creatures. I am actually supposed to get a box of Commander Legends in the mail tomorrow or Saturday at the latest. So I'll have some draft packs of Commander Legends for sale once that comes in. I imagine you've probably already gotten some Commander Legends though. Been out for a while. You have a favorite deck that you like to play? I know Commander has all sorts of crazy decks. I just don't know what any of them are. Closest LGS is an hour and a half away. So do you just play with friends locally, or how do you do that? Because I would imagine that could be super frustrating. Hopefully you have a place where you can get cards, or you just order online or something. Because an hour and a half, that is quite the drive. I don't think I would be making that unless it was like a special tournament, or I was already headed that way for something else. Commander Legends seems like it's a lot of fun. I don't think too many people have gotten to draft it as it was intended to be. Hopefully people get an opportunity to do that as things slow down. Kitchen table magic, okay, so like with family and friends, that's cool. Do you have people close by that play with you? Do you have like people in your family that play with you? That's what I love about like the internet. You can meet all sorts of people. Like you can play Spell Table. I played a game of Spell, or some games of Magic on Spell Table. I just haven't had a chance to do any more of that lately, but it was a good experience, and it was fun to play with real cards again. Really purchase or trade cards from people on the Facebook groups. That makes sense. Well, I don't sell singles or anything, but if you're ever interested in having some packs cracked and then the cards sent to you, definitely let me know. I sell by the pack here, but if you're interested in sponsoring a whole box, I can do that as well at better prices. And then if you would rather have a YouTube video shot instead of just having it live in the group, I am more than happy to do that as well. If you're interested in any box prices or anything, shoot me email to cotherncards@gmail.com. I will take a look. You have a friend that's 20 minutes away? That's pretty close. That's not bad. As I mentioned before, I'm just going through these cards and figuring out what I need to add to my collection, or my binder, really. Let me grab my Ikoria list. We can figure out what I need out of these few Ikoria packs I opened up. You normally just buy singles, or do you prefer to crack packs? Singles is definitely the cheaper way to go if you're looking for specific cards. But personally, I just enjoy the whole cracking pack aspect of things. I know I'm not alone, because there are quite a few people that do that. Blade Banish is a new card for me. We'll go through what all these cards do. As soon as I figure out the new ones, all the ones that I am putting aside that I already have, we've gone through on previous streams, so don't want to bore people with stuff we've already gone through. Favorite deck is probably Samet, Voice of Dissent. I will have to check that out. What set did Samet come out of? I remember when I used to play, I liked playing Elf decks and Elven Empire. I just got that commander deck, so I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure how strong it is out of the box. I imagine there's some tweaking that needs to be done, but I think that could be a lot of fun. Looks like we're getting lots of duplicates in these packs, which isn't too surprising with commons and uncommons. We might not be adding much to... Oh, Pyroceratops. That's a new one for my collection. I think it was Amonkhet. Okay. I will check that out after the stream. Weaponize the Monsters. That is a new one as well. Yeah, I'm only super familiar with Zendikar Rising Forward. I am somewhat familiar with everything in Standard just because I play on Arena. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like we got a couple people on Twitch. The President Hal, in MTG, what is considered a hit? Thanks for asking. So, what I consider a hit are rares, mythics, foils, and anything worth over $1. So, pretty much anything that's considered bulk, like stuff you probably have a lot of if you've already opened packs. I don't consider that a hit. If you're just buying a small number of packs, I can do shipping cheaper for all cards. But if you're buying quite a few, the hits do add up. Whenever things get above £1, that's when shipping gets pricey, and it's not too hard to do when you're talking about opening a few packs of Magic cards. So I know Pokemon, there's probably a smaller hit list. But that is what I consider a hit in Magic. And if there's something you're looking for that you open, I'm happy to include that as well, as long as it's not like every single common and uncommon. Just have to keep the shipping costs affordable. And I don't want to surprise anybody with shipping costs, so I just try to do about what it normally comes out to be. Dane says, so I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, the President How. So Dane's over on YouTube, and he's talking about Samet Voice of Dissent is his favorite deck. Basically, it's a legendary 3/4 double striker with haste that gives all your creatures haste. So yeah, I could definitely see how that could be a fun commander. Definitely appreciate you stopping by on Twitch, the President Hal. If you enjoy, right now I'm just sorting through some cards. We don't have any orders coming in. I also have a YouTube channel over at Cothern Cards where I crack packs. So if you enjoy watching that type of stuff, head over to YouTube, search and subscribe there. If you don't, then we're just sorting through some stuff here until we get some orders in. You can order cards, just go to cotherncards.com. There's a form on that page. You fill it out and then basically add up how much everything costs, pay via PayPal, friends and family. No notes in the comments. I get everything I need from that form. I'll crack your packs on stream and then I will ship them out to you. So here we have Mosscoat Goriac. Let's see if I have that one yet. I can figure out where I'm at on this page. I think I already have that one. Then we have Primal Empathy. Do not have that one yet. If you have any questions, just let me know. Be happy to answer them for you. Lots of nasty synergies in his Samet deck. If you're an aggro fan, you would enjoy it a lot. Yeah, I'm not a control fan. I don't think I've ever played a control deck. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just not my style of play. I prefer the creature spell aspects of things, not the counter spell aspects of things. Although I know a lot of people love control, and it generally seems to do pretty good. But your Samet deck sounds like it is more up my alley. That is for sure. Then we have a couple tokens here. Let me see if I have these. It looks like I have both of them. So those go in the duplicates pile. Okay, let's okay, let's sleeve these up and go through these cards, see what's good. You also have a Rayav Mastersmith deck. I think that was from Commander Legends. Not sure if that was a reprint or not. That sounds like it's probably fun. Blade Banish, 3 and a white. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. Not bad and limited. Don't know how many 4 or greater cards there are. Lava Brink Venture, 2 and white for a 3/3. When it enters battlefield, choose odd or even. It has protection from each converted mana cost of the chosen value. That can be interesting depending on what your opponent's playing. Very situational for sure, but that could be good. It was a new card. That's good. New cards are always fun. Pyroceratops, 3 and a red for a 2/3 trample. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. I would think that's definitely good. I would imagine there are plenty of non-creature spells in red that you want to play, so I think that would probably be toward the top of draft picks. So I like equipment decks. So equipment didn't exist when I played the first time. I've played some equipment decks. They can be fun. I haven't formed a strong opinion on them either way, but they're definitely better than control decks, that's for sure. Weaponize the Monsters is next. It's single red for an enchantment. You can pay 2 and sacrifice a creature. It deals 2 damage to any target. So, that's kind of pricey, but it could be good in certain situations. Monster Step is next. 4 and a green. Target creature gets +7/+7 until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature blocks at this turn table. This is kind of recycling. Removal, and you can cycle it if you don't need it for whatever reason. The bad part is the sorcery. You can't cast it after you block, so they have time to respond. Next up, we have Primal Empathy, 1 a green and a blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. That's pretty fun. Rav says as long as a creature is equipped or enchanted, it gains double strike until end of turn. Pretty fancy. I have a Warriors deck that deals with equipment with that 1/1 guy. Can't remember his name. He's a 1/1 warrior. Whenever warriors are equipped, they get double strike, and that can be fun. Song of Creation, 1 a green, a blue, and a red. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Seen some decks play this in standard lately in the play queue, not the competitive queue. They can be very frustrating to play against, or you can do really well. It just depends on what they draw. Here's some mana fixing. Sapphire Crystal for 3. Tap it to add a red, white, or a black, and you can cycle it for 2 if you don't need the mana. Then we get the come into play tap, gain a life lands. This one is green and blue, Thornwood Falls. Artwork on that's alright. I guess that's what a waterfall in the forest would look like. So, although I would think they would try to make it more majestic or bigger, but it is just a common, so it is what it is. We have a swamp I don't have for my collection yet. I'm not too familiar with the Ikoria lore side of things, but it seems like crystals are everywhere there, so that's a pretty cool looking swamp. Looks like you have a few glowing little creatures that are pretty neat as well. Looks like there's some mountains in the background. And then we have Auspicious Starix. This card can get annoying fast and win games if you're the one playing it. Have you ever played Yarok the Desecrated? I have not. Not played with a lot of commanders, unfortunately. But if you want to tell me what it does, that would be interesting. This is the showcase. Wizard says, hey, congrats on winning the raffle. Sweet. So, Wizard138 is streaming right now. It looks like I won a raffle over on his stream. So, that is awesome. So let's get through this card real quick and then I'll respond to him. So it's 4 and a green for a 6/6, or you can mutate for 5 and a green. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield. That is pretty cool. Let me respond to Wizard real quick, guys, and then I will be right back. So that is our Ikoria cards. We're about to go through our Theros cards. Just have to get those ordered quick and started. If anybody's interested in picking up packs, visit cothencards.com. That is what we have available tonight. It is all right behind me. that table if you're interested in picking. If you're not, no pressure. Don't want anybody to spend money they don't have. This is just a thing I do for fun. So want to make sure everybody else is having a good time too. So these are all there. So let me go ahead and get these sorted real quick, and then we can get started. Funny thing with Ikoria, or not Ikoria, for Theros, I always seem to open the same token card over and over again. I have 1 million of this human soldier token, and I would just love to get some of the other ones. I'm trying to collect some sets, and when you get the same one over and over again, it makes it kind of hard. Sure, everybody's had a time where they open a lot of the same thing over and over again, so I'm sure you can commiserate. Jimbo Bond, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Wizard mentioned that I won the raffle. I just whispered him back. Thank you very much for letting me know. Really appreciate that. I told him that I'm good either way. If he wants to open them on his stream, that is fine by me. If he wants me to open them on my stream, I'm also happy to do that. So it's his giveaway. He can do whichever one he wants. Emily Golan on YouTube, thanks for coming back. Definitely appreciate it. Dane says Animar Soul of Elements is a great commander as well. Emily's happy the stream's still going. Wizard send me a couple messages. But yeah, Emily, thanks for coming back. Really appreciate it. We're just sorting through some cards some more. I'm up to Theros Beyond Death now. So hope you took care of whatever you needed to take care of. If there's anything you want to chat about, let me know. We also have Dane here chatting YouTube. He enjoys playing Commander. And then over on Twitch, we have Jimbo Bond that joined chat. I think he might have left to gone back to Wizard Stream, which is totally understandable. Then we have a couple other people that have been popping in and out. Get the music going again here now that our ad is over. We will go through these cards here in just 1 second. We have gone through Throne of Eldraine. I don't know if I think you saw my video where I opened up that Oko. That was pretty fun. Also sorted through the Ikoria I've opened up recently, but if you have been watching the YouTube channel, you've seen all the cards already. I had to spend a little more time going through my collection, figuring out what I needed to add and whatnot. So I love these Theros basic lands. They are so much fun. Then after I'm done with these Theros cards, I'm out of stuff to sort, so we can keep chatting if anybody's interested. My favorite pull or trade this week. Well, I haven't been doing any trading yet, but my favorite pull is definitely that Oko. I'm trying to think if I pulled anything else fun this week. I know I've pulled some other fun stuff, but that Oko really stood out. I got the full art or borderless, or I don't know what they're calling them these days. I was just like, I opened a draft pack and I got it, and I was like, sweet, this thing looks awesome. And then I was like, oh, it's banned and everything. So that was a little frustrating, but it's definitely a very powerful card. Got my Theros checklist. Let's start it here. Favorite pull overall, I got an Alsor Shepherd. That was a lot of fun. Now that I have the right checklist, let's see if I have this one already. I do have Land in the Lost Pride, and I do have Nyxborn Courser. The card that I could not figure out how to say the first time I saw it is now Ichthyomorphous. Already have that one. What's my next sub goal? Whatever I have now, +1. I'm just happy to get any subscriber I can. So if anybody who's over on YouTube could hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button, would definitely appreciate it. Helps me get out to more people, and so you can see my pack cracking videos. Realistically though, 200's the next big one, and then 1000's the huge one. Would love to get to 1000, but that's going to be a much longer process. Thankfully things have been growing pretty fast recently. Ever since I started doing shorts. Excuse me guys, 1 second. I might sneeze and I don't want you to have to hear. Well, it was right there and it didn't come, so you didn't miss anything. But yeah, any subscriber I can get is a lot of fun. Just been trying to build up the channel, and it's been a slow but fun journey, and I'm getting there. It just takes time. So Grim Physician, already have one of those. Minions Return. Definitely appreciate everybody who stops by and sticks around on the stream. That helps watch hours over on YouTube, and I'm sure it helps something on Twitch that I don't even know exists. But they pay attention to all of these crazy things. Hero of the Games is for me. Heroes of the Revel. I don't think I have that one either yet. Incendiary Oracle I do have. Infuriate. Another card I have. Omen of the Forge is a new one for me, although I've seen it played plenty of times on Arena. The Triumph of Annex. Already have that one. Loathsome Chimera. Already have that one. Am I collecting the Theros Beyond Death lands? Collecting any lands. The Theros ones look really neat. I don't have a lot of them yet. Just whatever I've opened up. Nylea's Intervention is a new card for me. I think they come in foil. I haven't opened any foil ones yet, so those must be pretty rare. Emily says that Oko today would have been really nice when Throne of Eldraine just came out. Yeah, I'm sure that was a very expensive card. Kind of stinks that I hit it when I did. I'm not sure if I want to try to sell it yet. I may try to sell it and buy the regular art version. I think it looks great, don't get me wrong, but personally for me, it's form over function. Or function over form, sorry. But at the same time, I'm never going to buy those ones, so I might want to just keep it to say I have it. I haven't figured that out yet. Shadow Spear is a new one for me. That was a good pull. Was happy about that one. It's a fun card too. I actually have it in one of my... Dane says he's collecting the John Avon Double Masterlands. Yeah, I saw you in one of the other Magic live streams lately, and I saw you mention that. Those are very cool lands. I'm sure those are not cheap either. I've not opened any Double Masters personally, so I don't have any of those. But they're very pretty, and the foil versions, I'm sure, are very expensive. You only get 2 in the $100 packs, so they're probably very rare, I would imagine. Sorry guys, 242, 249, have that one as well. And I already have these and those. Emily says, I don't really have a good collection, but I'm trying to build it out without spending too much money. Totally understand, Emily. I think the best way for you to do that is purchase singles of what you want. Singles are definitely the most inexpensive way to pick up product, especially if you're looking for specific cards. I just crack packs because it's more fun and it provides some content for the YouTube channel. Dane says, I think they're $1 piece non-foils. Foils are a few dollars. Yeah, that makes sense. $1's not outrageous, but it is a basic land. It's just like, I have so many of them. Can I justify spending money to get a fancy version? And, you know, I guess you only need so many. So it's not that big of a deal. But does one come in every Double Masters packs? Mike Mencuso, Appreciate you stopping by, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us over on YouTube. I'm just going through some cards I recently opened up myself. If you're interested in picking up any packs, visit cotherncards.com and fill out the form on there. Payments by PayPal, friends and family method to cotherncards@gmail.com. If you have any questions, let me know in chat. That's what we have available for sale in the prices, and all the stuff is there behind me on the table. We're just going through some cards I recently opened. I'm adding to my binder collection. This is Discordant Piper, 1 in a black for 2/1. When it dies, create a 0/1 white goat creature token. That's interesting. Guess it gives you another blocker, so that's good. Hero of the Games is also new to my collection. Dane says, I think you can only get the John Avon lands in the VIP set. This set here that I'm going through is Theros Beyond Death. I have draft packs available. This for $3.25 each. Hero of the Games is 2 in a red for a 3/2 human soldier. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Games, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So that's neat. As far as shipping goes, I can ship up to 6 cards for $1. After that, it's $5 for hits only. The $1 shipping is in a plain white envelope with no tracking at your risk. Hits only is tracked. Emily says, I would love to do some card trading, but I play at M6 local game store, so it's, or my local game store, so it's hard. Yeah, do they not allow trades there or something? I would think they would, but they probably want people to trade in cards and sell cards to them, not trade with each other, I guess. Hero of the Rebels is 4/4 for 4 in a red. When it enters battlefield, create a 1/1 satyr token with this creature can't block. Whenever you cast a spell, it targets it. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Oh, Emily says, but with COVID and everything. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Have you checked out the Facebook groups? I know there's some trading going on there. It's a little harder because you don't know the people, but it's an option. There are references and stuff. I have a reference thread going over in the group if anybody wants to see that as well. With Omen of the Forge for 1 in a red, it's an enchantment with flash. Whenever it enters battlefield, deals 2 damage to any target. Pay 2 in a red and sacrifice Omen of the Forge to scry 2. Dane says probably has trouble getting cards you're looking for as well. Emily says she's also pretty shy. Yeah, being shy makes it harder to trade for sure, but I would say there are probably a lot of Magic players that are shy, so I don't know. I think hopefully you'd be able to find some people to trade with. If there's anything you're looking for, I doubt I have it, but if you let me know, I can look and see if we could set something up. Nylea's Intervention, 2 green and X. You can choose one, search your library for up to X land cards, reveal and put them into your hand, then shuffle your library, or deals twice X damage to each creature with flying. So if you're playing a flying deck, that'll get rid of them, that's for sure. Game trades through Facebook with a few specific people. Yeah, I think it's important to have people that you trust or a system to check on people. The reference group seems like a great place to do that. Fury's Band Brawler, 4 and 2 green for a 4/4. Whenever it enters battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. That's a little bit of removal, a little expensive for a 4/4, but you get a creature and hopefully get to get rid of a creature, so that's pretty good. Emily says she normally orders my cards online. Do you order singles or packs, Emily? I would hope singles, but that makes a lot of sense. Hero of the Nyxborn, 1 a red and a white for a 2/2. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Nyxborn, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So it seems like pretty much every hero, whenever they're targeted by a spell, all creatures you get +1/+0. Get singles. Yeah, that's the way to go if you want to save money, that's for sure. Shadowsphere, this is a fun one. For 1, you get a piece of equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and lifelink. Permanents your opponent's control, hexproof and indestructible until end of turn if you pay 1. And you can equip it for 2. That's a lot of power in a single piece of equipment. And then we have Traveler's Amulet. Pay 1 and sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Or if you've seen the update for Strixhaven, now it would just say shuffle. So that is interesting as well. I am out of cards to sort, so if anybody has anything they want to chat about, Happy to continue chatting. Dane says, I was ordering online, but after I joined a few Facebook groups, I was able to start trading. It was a bit more reasonable for me. Mike says, where's a good place to start collecting? Because I just started collecting Pokemon and wanted to start to diversify my TCG collection. Well, Magic is a big game that is all about playability. So in Pokemon, people are really big collectors. Like, they're going after the big hits and stuff. In Magic, they are mostly going after playable cards. So I don't know if you play Pokemon, but Magic has a standard rotation where sets rotate out every year. And when they rotate out, if they're not playable in other formats, some of the prices go down. Magic also has several different types of booster products now. They have the draft boosters, which have a single rare or mythic in them. And then the set boosters can have multiple rares, but you get fewer cards. Then there are collector boosters, which are a lot more expensive, but like the Kaldheim collectors have, I think, 5 rares. Like the Kaldheim collector boosters. Each booster contains 5 special alternate art frame cards, 11 foil cards, a foil token, and a combination of 5 rares and mythics. 5 rares or mythics, sorry. Emily says, maybe try to do some trading next time I go to my local game store. Yeah, if there are people there, I think that'd be a great way to get some cards that you're looking for. You feel like it's cheaper to play Standard or Commander? Dane asked. Let me finish up with Mike, then I'll get to you, Dane. What do you collect in Pokemon, Mike? Because if I get a sense for like what you're trying to collect there, maybe that'll help me with what you're trying to do in Magic. Are you trying to play Magic, or you just want to collect cards? Because there's a lot of different options depending on what you're interested in. If you play the game, what formats you like, and whatnot. So going to Dane's question while we wait to hear back from Mike. My honest opinion, do you feel like it's cheaper to play Standard or Commander? I think that totally depends on your play group. If your play group is super competitive and wants to buy all these expensive cards and doesn't allow proxies, then I think Commander's definitely more expensive. The downside with Standard is the cards rotate all the time. So I think in Commander, if you have a deck you like and you don't want to change a lot, if you just have like one deck, I think that could be cheaper. But if you are constantly changing decks and keeping up with the latest trends and the newest cards, I think it could probably be just as expensive. The benefit is you only need one of every card for Commander. With Standard, you play a set of 4. Personally, for value, I like playing Magic Arena. I haven't sunk any money into it. I think if you play for a while, you can build a collection for free. I'm starting to get to the point where I think I'll be competitive after the next rotation. I have a decent amount of Zendikar and Kaldheim cards. But I don't have an in-person group to play with, so that's why I like Arena. Emily says she's going to be away from her device for a few minutes. Okay, Emily. Good to know. Appreciate you letting me know. So I think it really just depends. And Mike, thank you for stopping by. If you enjoy watching Magic pack cracking videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And anybody that is watching, if you haven't clicked that thumbs up button already, it's free. It helps me out. Mike used to play back in the day like Eldrazi days, but I fell out. I don't have any plans on playing Magic again because I have no free time as is. Definitely know how that goes, Mike. If you're looking at it purely from an investment perspective, reserve list cards are the way to go. I wouldn't try to buy any like packs or anything like that unless you just enjoy cracking Magic packs and collecting the sets. And plenty of people do that. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you're looking like from a monetary standpoint, reserve list cards can't be reprinted again. Now they could crash just like anything could, and obviously I'm not like a financial advisor or anything like that, but reserve list has been spiking, so it's a little expensive right now. But those staple cards is where you have the most potential for your value to stay or potential to grow. It's just when you get in some of the more expensive cards, you have to be really careful and watch out for like fakes. Dane says, my experience Commander was cheaper. Rotating standard formats got really expensive by the time I stopped in battle for Zendikar. Yeah, I could definitely see that, Dane. Especially if your playgroup's more of a casual group, and especially if they allow like proxies, then I think Commander's definitely cheap. As long as you don't have like a group that's doing CEDH, the competitive EDH, where like decks are insane and they cost like $2,000, I think you would be good. And if you enjoy playing Standard, I would just play Arena personally and try to build up a collection over time there. Just complete your dailies, get the free gold, and then over time build up a collection where you can play on there. So that's my thoughts on that. And then Mike, yeah, playing back in the day, I agree with you there. Like I played an Invasion through Onslaught blocks, took a break, played during Ravnica block, and then just came back about, I don't know, 6 months ago when Zendikar Rising came out, and it's been a lot of fun. Mike says, got it. Speaking of work, I'm going to head to work. Drop a sub, and thanks for taking the time. No problem at all, Mike. Appreciate you subscribing. Hope you enjoy the pack cracking videos. I stream on Monday and Thursday nights, so if you're around, starting 8 to 8:30 Eastern time, that is when I usually start. So thanks for stopping by tonight, and definitely appreciate it. If you ever have any questions, let me. Jane says, I play Commander for fun. I play semi-competitively. Nobody likes to lose in the first 5 turns. No, and that's where it really just depends on your play group. Like, how crazy are they? You know, are they, I'm going to try to win no matter what, or do they put together like fun tribal decks or something like that? So really just depends on your play group, I think. But I think like Commander can be a lot of fun with inexpensive decks. You know, you just have to try to balance the power level, and everybody has to be honest to figure out what a 5 is to one group versus like a 4 or a 10 or something like that. So yeah, I can definitely see how Commander would be cheaper, and I haven't really been playing Standard and Paper, so I don't know how expensive it is from there. And then I've also heard that like card prices are suppressed right now for paper cards because nobody's playing Paper, so like prices would be more expensive if people were actually playing in Standard tournaments all the time. My Standard experience is Arena, and I don't pay any money for that. I just play for fun. So probably going to be wrapping up in the next few minutes, unless people have other stuff they want to talk about. I've definitely enjoyed sorting cards with y'all tonight. Dane says, I will say they have reserve list cards and do have CEDH decks, but don't play them, but like once or twice when we... Yeah, reserve list cards is where things start getting kind of pricey. And they're not going to get reprinted, so that's tough. You know, if your group allows proxies or a certain number of proxies, I could see where that could be useful. But it just depends on your group like anything else. Definitely appreciate everybody stopping by tonight, both on Twitch and YouTube. If you're still watching on Twitch and you haven't followed already, would appreciate you hitting that follow button down below. And then I believe everybody who's hanging out already is subscribers, so thank you very much for that. Definitely enjoy hanging out with everybody. Probably try to hang out for another couple minutes if anybody else wants to talk about anything else. But if not, we will be heading out shortly. We'll be streaming again on Monday. Dane says he's heard rumors that the reserve list is going to be abolished. Don't know how true it is, though. I think as long as the reserve list exists, there will be rumors that it is going to get abolished. So whether it is or not, really, that's just a Hasbro Wizards of the Coast decision that they're going to make. I don't see them benefiting much from it because so many of the cards probably wouldn't be printed again. Like in Standard, they might be reprinted for like Legacy, Vintage, Modern. Well, Modern I don't think has any reserve cards, but Legacy and Vintage, don't see any big benefit for them. Like they can make some money short term, but it's gonna make a lot of people angry. Oh. but it could happen. I would lean toward it probably not happening, at least not soon, but it is possible. They get around it in a couple ways, make different cards that are more powerful. I know since I've started playing Magic in Invasion Block to now, the power level's gone up crazy. Like, you see some of the cards you can get for a single mana now, and they would be like 2 or 3 mana. Or you look at like a 6-drop today, or a 4-drop today, and it's like as powerful as a 6-drop would have been back when I was playing Invasion. Like, I remember when you could get a 6/6 flyer, the flying dragons in Invasion Block. It was like 3, and then 3 different colors, and it was a 6/6 with an ability, but the ability wasn't anything crazy. Like, it was just a kind of meh ability by today's standards. And I feel like for something like that now, the card would be super powerful. So as the power level keeps increasing, unless they start throttling things back, I think that they could get to the point where they start printing cards that are similar power level to similar reserve list stuff. But it's just one of those things that we'll have to see what happens over time. I personally don't own a lot of reserve list cards, so it doesn't really impact me either way. If you do own reserve list cards, I think you could see a temporary drop in price, but I think those original versions are always going to be the most valuable, especially if they all the reserve list cards are old borders. So if they start printing them in new border, those old border cards are always going to hold a premium. Emily says she's back. Good to have you back, Emily. We're just wrapping things up here. If there's anything you want to chat about before I leave, just let me know. We can talk about that. Otherwise, probably be signing off here in a couple minutes. Talking about the reserve list with Dane. He think that the reserve list is going to get abolished potentially, which is possible. He says he used to own some, but he traded or sold them recently. Yeah, it's one of those things where reserve list is probably going to keep going up long term. It might see some pullbacks in the short term, but as long as the reserve list exists and the cards are powerful and played, the prices will keep going up because there are going to be some people that buy them and don't sell them, like Rudy from Alpha Investments. And when that happens, the supply is smaller. Emily says she's thinking about buying a fork as an investment. Yeah, I think that, I mean, as long as it's a reserve list card and it's playable, it's something that might continue keeping going up. I know conditions important when you're buying reserve list cards, so make sure to pay attention to that. Make sure it's not fake. Get some other cards from that set and compare them to the card you're purchasing, if possible. Then, of course, there's the whole investing aspect of, you know, you can invest in Magic cards. You can also invest in like stocks and all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, the Sarah Sanctum they traded 2 years ago for Scalding Tarn. That probably hurt. Emily says your local game store has a fork. That's why. That makes sense. Dane says it's crazy those cards were the same value then. So a long time ago, like probably 2005, 2006. There's a website called MTG Traders or MTGO Traders or something like that. It's where a bunch of people did buy lists and sell lists and trading back before Facebook groups were a thing. It was like an online forum. And I went on there the other day just to like look for my old account. And I saw like dual lands for sale for like $50 to $80. Like now they're like hundreds of dollars. So I mean, you look at fetch lands now and they're like what dual lands were back then, and fetch lands can keep getting reprinted over and over again. I think they're going to be in Modern Horizon too, so that's interesting as well. So I mean, I think Magic's a fun game and people can definitely invest in it. I think, you know, if it's a card you're going to play with or a card you really like, that's one thing. If you're just buying it purely for speculative investment purposes, that's when you got to make sure that you have your other bases like financially covered at home. Like you have some emergency money set aside and you have some money set aside for retirement. One thing if you're going to play with the card and like you really enjoy it. It's another thing if like you're trying to pay for your retirement with Magic cards. If that's your plan, I think I would keep that to a very small percentage of your overall net worth. But Emily says she doesn't really have much else to talk about, so I guess I will see you on Monday for another stream. I will be here on Monday, that is for sure. And says he agrees with buying it if you're going to use it. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, that's for sure. So and one thing I've been thinking about setting up is a Patreon, so that there can be like a level for free shipping once a month for anybody that orders packs if you're a patron at a certain level. So if anybody's interested in that, I can give it some more thought and think about getting something like that set up so that you can pay a flat fee every month, get free shipping once, and support the channel at the same time. But I think that's about it for me tonight. I appreciate everybody stopping by over on YouTube. We had Dane and Emily. Mike also stopped by. Thanks, guys. We had Swadurf come by for a little bit. So thank you to everybody that stopped by over on YouTube. Over on Twitch, we had Chaos here tonight, the President Hal. And then Jimbo Bond popped in to let me know I won a raffle over on Wizard138 stream. Definitely appreciate everybody stopping by. It was nice talking to you too, Dane. Hope you have a good night. I will be streaming Mondays and Thursdays starting at 8 o'clock to 8:30 Eastern, depending on when I can get my son down to bed. Can't make it, I'll be back on Thursday again next week. Appreciate everybody stopping by and chatting. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to talking with everybody on Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend and have lots of fun. Till then, I will be releasing videos on YouTube, so be sure to check those out as well. Hope you all have a good night and stay safe.